Everybody, what a day. Yes, it is that day of victory that so many people for so many years, so many generations, um, for decades have been praying for. Uh, Today, we saw the overturning of a Supreme Court, a horrendous Supreme Court precedent that has provided federal protection for the murder of countless of millions of unborn babies for the past nearly 50 years. That's right, Roe versus Wade has been overturned by the Supreme Court of the United States of America. And what a celebration day it is. You guys, we have seen this take place today in a way that we in a sense knew it was coming. But since this unprecedented leak of the Supreme Court documents happened, there has been the battles have begun to rage in the culture. Evil has shown its ugly head and shown its ugly face. And I want to give a nod of gratitude and thanks for the courage of our Supreme Court, 6-3, to stand behind their decision and to rule not only in favor of what is morally and ethically right for our society, but what is constitutionally right. And that is the precedent that we should be setting. Our forefathers and those who framed the Constitution would be horrified if they had seen the past 50 years in our nation and the protections we've provided for the murder of innocent lives and children. And so this is a day, and I couldn't help. I just had to come on, you guys, to for us, just a few of us that can jump on to take a moment to stop and just thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Thank those people who have prayed, who have fought in the trenches, who have made sacrifices, who have even put their own life at risk, their reputation at risk, to stand up for life and to be on the forefront of this battle. And so this is great. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for this season that we as Christians get to witness and be a part of. But here's what I want to kind of talk to you guys about for a moment next. And that is, this is just the beginning. I'm going to give you a few implications of this decision, and they're not in any particular order of importance, just some things that come to mind. Number one, I think that this ought to communicate something very important to the Christian, and that is who you vote for, especially in these polarizing times, who you vote for and the party that you put in place and their platform actually does matter for the good of the people in our society, ourselves, our children, our neighbors. And so who you vote for does matter. Now you and I, we can complain about the various reasons why we were frustrated with Donald Trump. I will say that there are some good reasons for Christians to have some criticism of Donald Trump. He's just a man like the rest of us. He's imperfect. He has some failures and some mistakes. But I want to tell you what, if he had not been voted into office and that particular party had not been voted into office, we would not be having this day. We simply would not. For all of the failures and for all of the frustrations, he kept his word in putting Supreme Court judges in place that would overturn this precedent. Regardless of what the motives were, we're going to assume, because we shouldn't judge based on things that we don't know, that it was what they said, that they wanted to see life fought for. Regardless, we need to be cognizant of the fact that today, possibly more than ever before, because of the polarization and the division of ethics, of values, of worldviews in our country, and how that is reflected in politics, the Christian needs to vote their biblical worldview. The Christian needs to vote for people who stand for the values that matter to God and that matter in a society. Now, there's no political party that's perfect. There's no political party that perfectly displays the biblical justice of God. There isn't. But there are clear divisions within these political parties of what these people stand for, and you can see clearly where the enemy has taken hold in the left agenda, leftist, liberalized, um, uh, radicalized, really, agenda. And so we have to pray that we continue to see that. Second implication, this does not make abortion illegal in our country. Many people get confused about that. No, it simply means the federal government can't make overreaching or overarching laws that protect the abortion access. It has now been moved down to the state level. And what does this mean? That it means even that the accountability on the local level comes to a higher place. Now we have to even be that much more focused on what we're doing in our cities, in our counties, and in our own states, because that will have a tremendously important outcome. And think about it in this way. What you're going to see is that because of this outcome, liberal states are going to try to codify and try to secure abortion rights in their states with that much more fervency. And conservative states, likewise, I think there's now, 13 states that are immediately putting in legislation and laws that will essentially ban abortion from their states. And we're going to see a greater division, not a greater unity. And some people don't like that. They think that that's bad. But I would say that Jesus said, I've come to bring a sword. And what he means by that is sometimes when you're standing for issues of clear righteousness and justice, and what is right and what is wrong, that's going to cause the division between good and evil. And if there's anything worth causing a division about, it's this, you guys. And so it is that much more important for us to do what we can locally to ensure that our states protect life. Thirdly, I want you to get ready for potential attacks on your faith. Human secularism and leftism in our nation is a religion. Even if they call themselves atheists, even if they say they don't believe in God, they have a religious system that is human secularism, humanistic values that are really self-centered, that are really influenced by the enemy and are under deception. And when the religion of secularism gets attacked, they don't act like Christians. They attack back. And Jane's Revenge, this group, and several other groups out there are already calling for attacks on churches, on pregnancy resource center, crisis pregnancy centers, and communities everywhere across the United States. And so we are going to see, I think, an increased attack. You guys, we won a great victory. And you know what that means, right? That when you win a victory in a battle, the enemy refocuses and reattacks sometimes with that much more zeal and fervency to come against the truth. And so we need to pray for your churches, pray for your pregnancy resource and crisis pregnancy centers that are in your communities doing a great work. Pray for your law enforcement officers who in this moment, we just got a text from someone who has family in law enforcement. They're prepping already. The Department of Homeland Security has even issued warnings in communities to be on guard against now what's going to be called the night of rage. Okay, so don't be afraid, Christian. God is for you. He's on your side. Jesus told us that we would be persecuted. Jesus told us that we would be ridiculed for our faith and for our values. This is nothing new in the history of Christianity, but we need to be prepared to stay steadfast, remain steadfast, and to lend our support to those organizations that are fighting for life. I'm seeing the comments. Yes, we still do need to pray. We have an executive branch. We have a president and the people behind the scenes of the president, who's really just a puppet, who are hell-bent against fighting this. So we're probably going to see legal battles. We're going to probably see courtroom battles. This is not once said and done, but this is a statement, and an important statement, That's saying, there are people, a growing amount of people and a voice in this country who are not going to stand by while innocent lives are taken under our watch. And so we're thankful today for a step in the right direction. We need to continue to press in. We need to continue to pray. Of course, another implication is, church, now it's time for us to say, how can we get involved? You guys, we are going to need to step in every state across the United States to step into action to meet the needs of moms who are in a crisis pregnancy situation, who maybe have made bad decisions and are now pregnant and they're scared and they don't know what to do. Perhaps they've had something horrific happen to them and now they're pregnant as a result. We don't know the circumstances, but we know the answer, don't we? The answer is Jesus, and the church is going to have to get radically generous, radically sacrificial to step in and be the solution, okay? The world has gladly said, hey, we'll be the solution, we'll make money, and we'll exploit your weakness and your fear by offering you abortions and killing your baby. What we're going to have to say now is, no, we're going to show you the answer. We're going to take you in, we're going to provide for you, we're going to care for you, we're going to help you get through this trial, we're going to show you the value of life and of your child. That is our job. It's not the job of the government, although I hope our government moves in a positive, moral, ethical direction towards funding and helping legitimate women's healthcare, faith-based organizations that are going to support and help life. But wow, what a day, you guys. A lot of prayers answered today. And so be on guard. Do not stop engaging in your culture and in your society. A lot of issues, a lot of battles still out there that need to be fought for the freedom of human beings, for life, for equity and the needs, the moral and social justice needs of our community. And when I say social justice, of course, I don't mean it from a godless, secular point of view. I mean it from a biblical justice point of view, which makes the Christian the best qualified candidate to get engaged and involved. And so you guys, share this, share your excitement, make some noise about this. It is a great day. It is a day worth remembering and celebrating and marking as a wonderful victory for life in our community, but we still have a long way to go. And so you guys, God bless you today. I hope that your day is filled with the Spirit, filled with joy, filled with the power of God in your life. And let's celebrate and let's move from victory to victory to victory as we continue this walk of faith. God bless you guys and look forward to talking to you and seeing you soon. Bye.